My this MacBook, it is showing me the look backwards, so it's kind of hard for me to find an angle that would make it look like this is actually a mask ripping off my face. So when I photograph it, it'll show up a lot differently. But this is my first video that I've ever made. I hope that you guys enjoy. If you want to see how I got this look, the eye look, you could easily wear this eye look to a Christmas party. You can't really tell, but there are little candy cane eyeliners right on it. Keep watching, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and if you're here from my Facebook family and have watched a lot of my live videos, please comment as well. I'd love to see what you guys are looking for, what you'd like me to do. I have an idea of the direction I want to take my channel, so I'm hoping that it all just kind of simpatico-ically aligns. I had so much fun today making this. It took a lot longer than I thought, I will admit, just because I think because I was so nervous, again, with it being my first video. I didn't really know what to expect, and I really enjoyed it. I'm sure I'll enjoy the editing process as well. So thank you for watching, and let's get into the video. Right, so as you saw in the beginning of this video, I'm going to be showing you how to create a two-part look. A mask, on the mask will be a really full glam, kind of candy cane theme, and then on the underneath of the mask, I'm going to show you how to get a candy cane look. This is my first YouTube video ever, so I'm going to be super nervous while I'm filming. So just bear with me there. I'm also gonna kind of be showing you guys my journey on how I'm gonna be learning to edit, and hopefully we'll see progress through my videos as I go. Especially if you do stay with me, subscribe if you enjoy this video. But I'm gonna map out the mask right now so you guys can see how I do that, and then I'll kind of talk as we go about how I got here, how I finally got the courage to start a channel, who I watch, who inspires me, stuff like that. So, and kind of the direction I want my channel to go in. So let's get this mask on. So that is what you'll be left with. That's the mask outline that we will be working off of to conceal everything. And it's full glam, this look, so I'm gonna be going a little bit overboard just as far as, you know, this is Tarte Shape Tape. I'm sure all of you know about it, love it, use it. It does crease on me for some reason, and this might be a really unpopular opinion, but it actually creases on me a lot, and I have to really make sure I'm setting it really well as on my clients. I do a lot of freelance makeup work, so when I use this on my clients, I'm super careful because underneath the eye does set and I get the lines. I'm not sure why. I do have really dry skin also, which could play a huge part. And now we're gonna buff this out. I'm gonna pull it. If you get a little bit outside right now, it's okay. Don't need to be too worried about that because you will be drawing stuff on it anyway. See how I kind of got a little bit out of it? It's weird filming on a MacBook. So I just got this MacBook, which is why I decided to finally start my channel, and I don't know, it's going to be quite the adjustment for me to get used to this whole backwards thing. It's kind of thrown me off already, but we're gonna work past that. For eyebrows, I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow in Blonde. This is one of my favorites. My hair is just now a lot lighter than normal, so this is going to be a perfect match for me. These dip brow products are amazing. Finally make a YouTube channel. I have been doing Facebook Lives for, I think I've done like 5 or 6. And after my first one, I kind of fell in love with it. YouTube is something that I've always wanted to do, but I've never been brave enough to ever start. I always had so many excuses and I was holding myself back, honestly, a lot. Once I have my line carved out of where I want the eyebrow, I'm just gonna go to the base of the eyebrow and flick up. That's how you'll get a more natural look. I'll go kind of back and forth from explaining what I'm doing to giving you guys a little bit of a backstory as to why I'm here. But so I would always tell myself, you know, YouTube would be amazing because then I can edit it and the people that watch my videos don't have to suffer through an hour-long session with me, which I thought was awesome. But I always said, okay, well, if I want to do it, I want to do it right. I need the right equipment and I don't have the right equipment right now, so I can't. Or I'm a mom and, you know, a 3-year-old running around while I'm trying to do these videos or edit these videos, well, that can't happen. So maybe I'll wait till he gets older. Or, you know, I always had something that I was telling myself just wouldn't allow this dream of mine to happen. And finally, I stopped working at my job. I had a full-time job as a manager of 50-some employees, 60 in our heavy times, and that was another one of my excuses that I loved. Oh, well, obviously I don't have enough time because, you know, I work full-time and then I'm a mom and then this and that and the other. So I quit there and I decided, okay, this is your time. Like, you need to stop waiting for the perfect time and you just need to do it. Which, I'm gonna be super honest, is terrifying. Because I've wanted to do this for so long, I know that I don't want to fail, and so now that it is time and I can start and I have a MacBook now and I can edit and do all of those things that I was telling myself I couldn't do before, it's kind of like, okay, the pressure's on, here you go. But then I realized too, this just has to be, all I want this channel to be is an escape for anyone. I mean, what YouTube was for me for so long was, at the end of a really busy, hectic day, I could get on here, watch someone's video like TARTE or Jaclyn or someone like that, and they'd make me smile, they'd make me forget about how stressed out I was that day. I mean, it did a lot for me. So I realized you don't have to be perfect right out the gate. You don't have to know exactly what you're doing right out the gate. This editing, I apologize firsthand, is going to be rough because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'll learn, and I'll learn with you guys. And hopefully, you know, if any of you have a channel, you guys can give me tips and how you guys learned. I'd love to follow any of you if you have your own channels down below. Please let me know. I'd love that. But I also just want this to be a positive space. I feel like the beauty community kind of started getting a little rough there for a second. There was a lot of, you know, exposing and what's this one doing and that one, what's a terrible person in their past, and this one, that one. And it just kind of strayed away from its, I think, beautiful purpose, which was giving us all an avenue to just relate to each other and learn from each other and all of that. So I'm hoping that I can bring some of that in my channel. For example, we can talk about something positive. Next, though, real quick, we're gonna stop the brows right now. And we're gonna move on to setting our eyelids. I'm gonna use the MAC Painterly Paint Pot. One again has no name from Morphe. Most of the brushes I have, guys, are Morphe for my freelance kit as well. They're amazing quality. They also are a perfect price point if you're starting out, if you're just getting into makeup, not even freelancing, but you're into all the Instagram looks that people post. Morphe's where it's at. The quality's there, the price point's there. You're getting the best quality for your buck. Okay, so now we're just gonna put this all over our lid. But so I was just watching a video yesterday of James, Charles, and Jeffrey reviewing each other's palettes, and the way that they were so supportive of each other was wonderful to watch. I feel like it's so easy to just get swept away in negative, or you know, those channels that are gonna make a video saying Jeffree Star annoying James Charles for 5 minutes straight, or vice versa, the other way around. That, like, there should be no space for stuff like that. When there's space for things like that, it just breeds. And it's super frustrating because as I watched the video, I was like, you know what? That right there is amazing. They're so positive about each other's work. They're so happy for each other, like a genuine happy, not just a, okay, I wonder how many views this video is gonna get because I'm using him for his name, or, you know, something like that. It was honestly wonderful to watch. I really enjoyed it, and I'm so excited to try both of their palettes eventually, if I can ever get my hands on them, because they're so popular that they're in and they're out. But yeah, that's what I want to see more of. That's what I want all of us to see more of, and I can start with myself. So I'm gonna try to bring as much positivity to my channel as I possibly can, while still teaching you guys stuff and enjoying the process. This is which I have not used either. This is the 39A palette, 39 Alpha. Also, for the blending, I'm going to be using an M514 brush. These are beautiful for blending. Also, the M433 is another really good brush. I think I'm gonna pick up Canvas, which is this guy here, just to kind of open up my crease area and make it look a little bit bigger than it actually is. Using windshield wiper motions in there. There's not a lot of fallout, guys. Again, this is the 39A palette, 39 Alpha, because I feel weird just saying A. But I am liking it. She's cute, she's easy to blend, love it. I'm gonna kind of pull up a little bit close to the brow there. Going to start deepening it. So I'm gonna take Passion, which is this guy right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna keep this lower than where I pulled all of that, just kind of right in the crease to give it nice depth and texture. So I'm gonna lay it down here on the outside and then just kind of pull over like this. I need to deepen that up actually quite a bit more. So I'm gonna take Forever and Passion together. They're just these ones right here. I'm gonna go back and forth into those and just really get in this crease and build it up. There we go. Just keep blending, just keep blending. And pick up a really bright color called Create. Cute. This guy right here, the pink. Let me see if I can get it. There, that's the color. Right there. And then I'm just picking it up on my brush and I'm gonna lightly feather it right above where we laid down that crease. It's gonna help blend a little bit and it's gonna add a really cranberry look to the eye. Oh, she is super pigmented, so be careful with her. We are going to lay down our cut crease. So for that, I'm gonna pick back up my Painterly Paint Pot from MAC. I'm gonna use the same brush, the no number brush, but this is the top that you need, really flat, compact, and I'll do a cut crease for you guys. I'm sure all of you have seen this trick, but I'll show you what I do to get one. You lay it down on your lid and then look up. So see how it left a little line there for me? That's the line that I'll go off of. I'm gonna use the Jaclyn Hill palette. We're gonna use probably Beam and In Light together. They are, wait till you see how beat up this palette is. I've been so awful to her. Ooh, bet it's because I love her. And she just goes everywhere. So it's gonna be a mixture of these two right here because they're super light, and then I might take a smidge of this guy. Put that up. And look at her, look at her, she's cute. Jaclyn did so amazing with these. I also have her two of the palettes in her Vault collection, which I am not really sure what everyone is freaking out about. That might be an unpopular opinion, but I really don't care. They were just fine. I think that it's so sad that when these YouTubers and I mean anyone puts their, you know, hard work into a palette and people just dissect it so critically. I mean, number one, makeup is makeup at the end of the day. No makeup is ever, like, let's just talk about foundations for a sec. No foundation is ever gonna last you 24 hours. They just won't. That's impossible. No eyeshadow is gonna not have any fallout in the pan and translate beautifully on your eye. It's just, I mean, there's certain things that I think we're being too critical about and too picky about, and it's really disheartening because these YouTubers have, you know, tried so hard to create something that their following will like, and then to just get ripped to shreds. It's kind of awful, and I don't enjoy watching that because we don't need to be so harsh and critical. It's absurd. The shadows are beautiful. In her Vault collection, they're beautiful. So I feel like we need to give the girl some freaking credit for creating it. I'm gonna take some of this color right here, which is Butterscotch in the Anastasia Glow Kit, because I want a little more of a gold on here. All right, now we're gonna start working in our colors back. So I'm gonna pick up that really dark one that I used in the outer corner all the way there. Really, really concentrated. I'm just gonna place it here and blend up. I'm gonna take a smaller brush. This one is an M507 from Morphe again. And I picked up that dark color, the darkest color we use, and I'm just going to kind of fan it, giving a little bit more depth to that crease right there. See how it's kind of white right here? I don't want it. Hate it. Hate it. Bye. See ya. Alright, so something like this is what you will be left with after you get that second eye on, and then we're gonna go on to our white eyeliner. We're gonna do a fierce wing, and it's gonna cover up a lot of this. This is just your base. Right here, especially, it's looking kind of muddy and not blended. But if she still looks like that after the white liner, we will fix her up, get her going. But I'm gonna take this guy right here and just do a pretty intense wing, a lot bigger than normal, but she needs to have her own moment also. Okay. Trying to make sure you guys can see that. how I draw my wing is doesn't have to be how you do it, but I'm just showing you guys the full process of this look. I just like this stuff because it is very, very pigmented. Okay, I'm just gonna clean up a teeny bit right here. And I was able to just use my finger just because it isn't gonna like set down really harshly. What the heck am I doing? I could just use actual setting powder. You don't say. All the way into the crease there. Okay, she's set. Okay, now we're gonna do the tiny little red lines. So just a teeny bit on the very, very tip. I'm gonna really get my brush in here. These are wax products, so you kind of have to warm them up and work with them for a sec. You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. Just like that. Don't you love when you're creating something and you just learn a technique like halfway through and you're already halfway screwed? Because same. Hello?
This is St. Mary's Prayer Center Ministry. Calling today to see if you need urgent prayer. If you would like to have someone from our center pray for you, please press 1. If you would like to no longer hear from us, please press 3. Hello, this is St. Mary's Prayer Center Ministry.
Oh. Okay, so now I'm going to take the excess red that I have here, and it's a cream, so I'm just going to kind of go almost like it's an eyeliner and go really close to my lash line here just to kind of start working on bringing our colors down seamlessly. At the lower lash line, I'm going to take this little guy here and wipe her off a little bit. Having a makeup wipe by you while you're recording, clutch. Or doing a client's makeup, anything like that for that matter, clutch. I think we're going to need some more highlight too, but we'll wait till we do the thing. Okay, now I'm going to take kind of a, almost like a transition color, and just keep it really close over that line that I just drew. Okay, we're just gonna step up our highlight game a smidge right now. Like so. Now we're gonna pop on some lashes. Like I said, or maybe I didn't, I'm using Lily lashes for the first time today. I've never used these. I've heard so many wonderful things about them. This is in the style Christen, I want to say. Christen? Ooh, these are beautiful. And we're gonna start contouring. I'm losing a little bit of light, so I'm gonna start working a little quicker, more quickly. So again, just focusing on inside of this mask area, we're gonna start bringing some light. I'm using the Lorac Pro highlighting and contour palette. Obviously, this yellow highlight banana shade is what I gravitate towards. Just gonna bring that up almost like a little triangle shape. I'd be interested to see how many times I say Okay, now we're gonna contour. I'm gonna use MAC in Matte Bronze. It's like a little duo chrome packaging. So for this one, I do need to kind of carve out my cheek right here, but not all that. So I'm gonna lightly find my cheekbone without going over the lines too far. I don't know why, that's actually something I've been thinking about too. Why don't beauty gurus, I guess is the official name, why don't they talk about MAC more? Is it because MAC doesn't traditionally do sponsorships? Like I know Patrick Starr has collaborations with them, and from what I've heard, they are amazing. I can't wait to try that. But I don't really see YouTubers talking about MAC too much, and I've never really understood why. And I mean, it is more expensive, so that could be it. Maybe they don't want, you know, to stress their following out thinking that they have to get MAC products to do well. But I think overall MAC has really good stuff, and I don't know, maybe it's just a feeling I get, like a nostalgia feeling, and that's why I'm so gravitated towards using it. But I just remember using it all the time, or like going into the store with my mom and seeing it all out and just being like in awe. And the girls there always had their makeup done so well. I was just kind of starstruck by the whole thing, really. Now we're gonna take the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette on a tiny brush. This is another no name from Morphe. But I'm just gonna dip into the lightest shade right here. This is Marshmallow. And maybe a little bit of, oh no. So Marshmallow and Gumdrop is what I'm taking. And that's the pink one, kind of right here. You can kind of see the duo chrome. And we're gonna just concentrate her. See how pretty she is? Okay, now we're gonna get some lips on. We're gonna go with a really, really red lip. I'm super excited about it. This is MAC in Ruby Woo. Okay, I'm gonna overline a little bit because as you can see I have no lips. So here we go. I think a red lip is pretty bold for this look, but I do think that in person, if you did this eye look with a nude lip, it would look really, really good. So this is Kat Von D in Homegirl. She might be a little bit better for the eye look. Let's see. She's pretty dark, but I might like it. We need to draw a line, probably right about there, for making it look like it's coming off of my face. So I'm gonna pick this up, this small brush. It didn't have a number on it, I'm sorry. It is the Morphe. I'm gonna take the black. This is a really good matte, you guys. This whole color wheel actually is really good. It's a wax base, so it's really easy to work with once you warm it up. It also lasts a long time and doesn't crack. A lot of looks that I've done in the past on clients and otherwise, as they sweat or go through their night, it will crack. These will not. Following the shape of your forehead vibe, not like a straight down. See how it's kind of arched like that? And now we're gonna fill it in. Okay, so I need to go into my blonde. Dang it. Okay, we're just gonna have to really work that out.
Up to knock 'em down, it's the way we keep
like that, and now I'm gonna buff out with the M433. So that's kind of like the look we're going for. But now we're gonna do a candy cane going in all that dead space and then down my neck. I'm not sure how far down my neck I want to go, but we'll figure that out together. So here we go. So just start drawing in lines. I'm gonna go based off of this line here. I'm gonna try to keep it pretty symmetrical going all the way through. And pretty thick lines too.
You're so different, kind of ignorant. You don't care what people say, people say, people say. I'm going crazy for you, baby. Don't know how you're making me feel this way. What can I say? That's what I like about you. So dangerous. I get this rush when I'm with you.
Alright, so we'll stop her there, and then now you just start filling in. So I'm gonna do the face part off camera so that I'm not keeping you guys for so long, and then I'll see you in a second so you guys can see the rest.
You're a rebel, getting into trouble. You are kind of like a fire, like a fire, like a fire.
Where the mask is sitting, I'm going to take a little bit of a dark brown with a little bit of kind of espresso-y tones to it, and I'm just going to really lightly feather all of the outline to make it look like it's actually lifting off the skin.
When I'm with you, I go all in to lose or win. Build things up to knock 'em down. It's the way we keep our high, moving like a hurricane. There will come a time for when we can watch
Take a flesh, like a not so white from this palette, and just kind of make the teensiest little highlight looking effect up top. Just below. Okay, now I'm going to take my finger and just kind of buff this out a little bit. The finger would be the easiest thing to do in my opinion. You could probably use a small detailed brush also, but okay, that's going to do it. And now I'm going to take just a bright sparkly red from this Morphe 39A palette. That bright red right there, and I'm gonna pop a little bit on the center of my lips. This one swatches beautifully. See, she's really pretty. Then it's translating for you guys, so I will work on getting better equipment. But for starters, this is where we're at. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope, oh, look at all of that red. Alright guys, this is the finished look. Excuse the red in my hair. When I photograph this look though, I will, I'm not going to be backwards, so I'll actually get to see the angles that I need to see to get a really good photograph. I will use that photograph for the thumbnail. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked watching, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I had so much fun again creating this. I hope you enjoyed and have an amazing day.